Welcome back to your course. Today we're going to be covering crate training. Crate training is the first thing that you're going to want to teach your dog the first day that they get home, either as a young puppy or as an adult dog. This is one of the first things you're going to want to do with your dog, and you want to make sure that you have a crate ready for your dog on the first day that they come home so that you can start on the right foot. Crate training is something that you can use for a million different behavioral issues, but mostly puppy problems such as potty training, chewing, nipping, teaching calmness, teaching them how to sleep throughout the night, and a list goes on all of the things that you can use the crate for. Crate is not only a good tool for puppy training, it is also a great tool for your older and adult dog to use while traveling in the vehicle, traveling on a plane, or traveling just in general to anywhere that you need to go, and to be able to keep your dog in a safe, comfortable place while you do that. The crate is an invaluable tool that you will be able to use again for the rest of your dog's life. I know that I've said this a lot, that these are commands you're going to be using for the rest of your dog's life, but crate training is definitely one of those things that you're always going to want to use, and you're always going to be happy that you started from the very beginning and you started your dog out right. So I recommend, if you don't have a crate already, definitely go buy one after you watch this video. And if you are just getting into crate training, don't be discouraged by the crate training. It is a lot at first for your dog, especially puppies. Crate training can be difficult for the first few weeks. It is totally normal. But as long as you keep on pursuing crate training and you keep up with it and you create that routine and that structure around the crate, you will be so happy that you decided to do crate training in the end. So let's jump right into it and go over the basics of crate training. Okay, so crate training basics. Today I'm going to go over the right size of crate that you're going to need for your dog, when to start your dog's crate training, how to use the crate for potty training, how to create a routine with your crate, and some rules that come with crate training. First of all, the right size. You want to make sure that you are using the right size of crate for your dog. If you get an extra large crate for your 8-week-old 10-pound puppy, I guarantee you that your dog is going to sleep on one side of the crate and go to the bathroom in the other. This is because the area that they're allowed to be in is too big. The goal with a crate is to have it big enough that your dog can stand up, sit, lay down, and turn around comfortably. You don't want the crate to be too big that they can have two separate sections in the crate, because this will encourage them to go to the bathroom in it. We're trying to make it so that the crate is just big enough for your dog to enjoy a good night's sleep in it. And we're also using it to discourage them from going to the bathroom in their crate, which in turn is teaching them how to hold their bladder longer and how to do potty training. So make sure when you are fitting your dog for a crate, it is the right size for them and that it's not too big and it's not too small. Next, you want to start your dog out young. We got an 8-week-old puppy. Her name is Kita. She's a German Shepherd, and we knew that from day one we wanted to start crate training because we know how important it is to use a crate for potty training, chewing, nipping, creating calmness, and just really creating a safe environment for her to be when we're not at home or when we're sleeping. So we started her out on day one at 8 weeks old in the crate. Of course, the first night was a little bit of a hectic time for not only her but us as well. We woke up about 4 times that night to bring her out to the bathroom, and she was not happy at first to be in the crate, but that's just a totally normal response, especially because she was just taken away from her whole litter and everything was new and scary. After about a week, she was up to about 6 hours a night being able to hold her bladder. And then over the few weeks, she got to the point that she could stay in her crate all night for 8 to 10 hours. She was comfortable. She was starting to learn potty training because of the crate. And now she is 7 months old. And she is sleeping in her crate every single night. And she sleeps a full 9 to 10 hours a night without making a peep. Her crate is her safe place, and she's most comfortable when she's in her crate. In the evening, if we're watching TV or if we're about to go to sleep and she's just done for the day, she will just walk into her crate and she'll lay down and she'll put herself to sleep. At first, yes, the crate was a little bit scary for her. It confined her and made her a little bit further away from us, and she was a little bit nervous the first few days, and that's totally normal. But now that she's 100% comfortable in her crate, it has been such an invaluable tool for us. Also, if we go on a road trip or we go for a long drive, she'll be in the back of the vehicle in the crate as well. This creates a lot of security in the vehicle, and it prevents her from getting into things that are in the vehicle, such as groceries. And also, if she does need to go to the vet for some reason, she's going to be in a crate overnight. So it's best for your dog to be crate trained, because if your dog is not crate trained and say they go to get fixed at the vet, your dog is going to be in a crate that night and they're going to be very scared, and you're just adding to their fear by not crate training them in the first place. So potty training. The best way to potty train your dog and teach your dog how to hold it for long periods of time is by using a crate. With potty training, if you're unable to watch your dog or have an eye on them, then they need to be in the crate. The crate eliminates the option of them going to the bathroom in your house. This is a crucial thing for you to use during potty training. There is a whole other potty training video that we go over in this course. So again, if you're having any troubles with potty training, definitely start your crate training right now. Routine. So a good routine with the crate is important because it teaches your dog when they'll be in the crate and when they'll be out of the crate. My routine for our dogs is they go into the crate, say at 10 o'clock at night before we go to bed. They're in their crates all night. They come out around 7 o'clock. They get their breakfast, they go out to the bathroom, and then say if I have to go and do a lesson, or if I'm doing something for work, or I need to go into town and run some errands, then I will put them in their crates when I'm not at home or when I'm not in the house. And then again, when I'm at home and I'm in the house, they have free range of the house. The crate really gives me peace of mind knowing that when I'm away, the house is not going to get destroyed, and that they're going to be in a safe location, that they can't get into anything. I'm not really worried that they might chew or destroy something in my house. It's more of the worry that you never know what your dog can get into. If you have the type of dog that is very curious and likes to get into cupboards or jump onto counters, there's so many things in your house that can actually hurt your dog, such as poisonous products that are under your kitchen sink or under your bathroom sink. There's knives and sharp things that your dog can get into on the counters. And there's a list of other things that your dog could possibly ingest that could hurt them. The crate makes it so that when you're not home, you're eliminating all of those things that could hurt your dog, and it just gives you a lot more peace of mind knowing that your dog is safe when you're not home. Next, we have rules. So the number one rule with the crate is that your dog's crate is theirs only. Crates are not meant to be shared between dogs. A crate is your dog's personal den. So if you have two dogs, make sure you do have two different crates and you don't let them switch. This can be very confusing if you do let your dogs switch crates, and it can create aggression and a thing called den aggression, where a dog starts becoming protective over their crate. So please make sure that you have separate crates for your dogs. Also, if you have children, if your dog is not comfortable with your child crawling into their crate, then definitely don't let them do that. Also, when your dog is in their crate, you need to keep in mind that that's their quiet space and they don't need to be bothered when they're in there. If they're in their crate and you're constantly banging on the top of the crate or your kids are crawling all over it, they're going to feel very trapped. They're going to feel like they don't have the option to flight, so they're going to go straight into fight. So make sure that when your dog is in their crate, you're giving them space and you're letting them relax and they're not being bothered. You don't want them to be bothered by other animals or other people. Okay, so next we have the 3Ds. Of course, we have to go over the 3Ds with crate training. So first of all, the biggest thing with any fixed base training, such as place or crate training, you want to be able to use duration as your number one concept of the 3Ds. So what our goal is with crate training is that your dog is slowly introduced to duration on how long they stay in the crate for. Of course, an 8-week-old puppy is only going to want to stay in the crate for maybe 5 to 10 minutes the first time they go in it. And it's best that you stay with them beside the crate when they are in their crate for the first few times. You don't want to throw a puppy into a crate and then just walk away. They're going to cry, they're going to be upset, and they're going to feel very lonely. So make sure that when you're first introducing your dog to the crate that you stay there with them and you sit there with them for that duration of time. As your dog gets more comfortable, you might want to do a quick walk out of the room and come back into the room and then release them out. The goal with duration of the crate training is to get your dog to the point that they'll be comfortable with staying in the crate for 8 hours a night. But at first, you are going to want to start slow. For distance, there's 2 different things that contribute to distance for crate training. There's the distance that the crate is from you. So for example, the first few weeks with your puppy, you might want to have the crate right beside your bed so that your dog doesn't feel really alone. You don't want to create separation anxiety within the crate. So that's one type of distance. The second type of distance is how far you can direct your dog into the crate. So for example, with my dog Misty, if we're sitting in the living room or sitting at the dining room table, we can say, Misty, kennel up, and she'll go all the way into the mudroom and go into her crate. I don't have to get up and follow her. She will just go all the way to it from that distance. So that's the other part of distance, is how far you can direct your dog to their crate, and then how close the crate is to you when you're first teaching crate training. Lastly, we have distractions. Obviously things like kids, cats, other dogs, other people, people coming over to the door, all of these things are distracting. If your dog is in their crate and every single time they hear a sound or they see something go by, they're barking or they act like they really want out of the crate, then you might want to add distractions and get them comfortable and used to being in a crate when there's other things going on around them. Next, we're going to go over the steps for teaching crate training. After this slide, there is going to be a few videos that I demonstrate how to teach crate training with your dog, but I'll explain it quickly here before we watch those. So first, you're going to want to direct your dog into the crate. You're going to point into the crate and use whatever command word you want to say. I like to say kennel up, but you can say whatever you want. You can say in your house, go to bed, go lay down, in your crate, kennel up. Whatever you want to say for your crate command, it's up to you. So after you point your dog into the crate and you say their command, you're either going to use a leash to lead them in, or they might be already good with going in on their own. Once your dog is in the crate, you're going to close the door behind them. You're going to wait a few seconds or even a few minutes. And then every single time that you release your dog out of the crate, you don't want them to barge out of the door as soon as you open it. I've seen this many times before in dogs where the client opens the door and the dog flies out of the crate so hard that the crate goes sliding across the house. This is not proper control when it comes to teaching them weight and door manners and releasing them from something. So make sure when you open the crate door, you are telling them to wait. The door is all the way open, and then you say okay or whatever your release command is to release them out of the crate. The door is not the threshold that is holding them in. You releasing them out of the crate is what's holding them in. This is also being demonstrated right now on the side here. Okay, so next let's watch some videos of me doing the crate training with 2 different dogs. And then what you can do afterwards is your homework. That'll be at the end of this video. And you can start doing crate training with your dog right away. If you have not bought a crate yet, then it's really good that you did watch this video beforehand. And if you do already have a crate, you might want to reconsider teaching your dog to be comfortable in it. So let's watch those videos now. So today we're going to work on crate training with Aspen here. What you're going to do first is take a piece of food or a handful of food, throw it into the crate and use your crate command, either kennel up, in your bed, whatever you want to use for your crate command. Your dog's going to go into the crate. After they're in the crate, you're going to close the door behind them, Wait a few seconds, let them eat their food. Open the door, make sure they're waiting when you open the door, and then say okay to release them. So I'll show you that with Aspen. Pedal up. Good. Good girl. Good. Come on, Aspen. Good. Now when I open the door, she needs to wait until she's released out. Wait. Okay. Good. Good girl. Let's do it again. Kennel up. Kennel up. Good. Do that again. Wait. Okay. Good, good girl. Good girl. Kennel up. There we go. Wait. Okay. Good. Eventually with this, what you want to do is be able to get your dog to the point that you can point them all the way into their kennel and not have to go there with them, and we'll demonstrate that with Misty next. Once your dog starts going into the crate on their own and you don't have to throw food in there, then you can just start pointing, and then once they're in there, follow them to it and give them food. Kennel up. Good. Misty. Wait. Okay. Come on. Good. Good girl. Now I'm going to try it from a little bit further. Kennel up. Good. Wait. Okay. Good. And now further. Kennel up. Good girl. Wait. Okay. Good. Stay. Once your dog gets really good with crate training, you'll be able to point them to their crate from any distance or anywhere in your house. That's the ultimate goal with the crate training. So I'll show you that here. Kennel up. Good girl. Good girl. Wait. Okay. Nice. Kennel up. Good. Wait. Okay. Good girl. Kennel up. Good girl. No. Good. Wait. Okay. Okay, homework. So for homework, what I want you to do is do at least 20 directions into the crate and at least 2 hours of crate training per day. This might sound like a lot of crate training, 2 hours, but ideally your dog is going to be in the crate for 2 hours and you're only going to actually have to spend about 1 or 2 minutes getting them in and out of it. Your dog can be in the crate when you're watching TV if you're just starting them out and you don't want to leave their side. Or if your dog is older and they're comfortable in their crate, then put them into the crate and maybe work on some distractions. So good luck with your homework, and we will see you in the next video. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks, have a good day.